It's recorded. Do you want to leave?
Yeah, man. Dang, where we need to start off at?
Bro, did you watch the game last night? The
I
girls'
did.
game?
I did. It was very entertaining.
Yeah. I feel like the refs messed that up though, man.
Yeah, there were some questionable calls and whatnot, but overall, it was a good game. I mean, the whole women's basketball in general is just evolving. Like
Yeah,
each
but
year is getting better and better.
but let's be honest though. Like 80% of the people, if you weren't an LSU fan, you were there to see one person.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
And then for them to call texting them little petty fouls, man, I'm like, bro, like y'all gotta realize this is the reason everybody's tuned in.
Yeah.
Like if she would have fouled out, bro, early, I probably would have tuned out. Low key, like I was just waiting for the next three to friggin' launch or whatever. And, tip my hat to LSU because they actually hit the shots or took the shots that South Carolina didn't want to take.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was like, man, these refs, like somebody need to talk to them about how you officiate the main attraction.
Yeah, I guess maybe they're not used to it,
Maybe not.
especially for the women's side of things. But yeah, Caitlin Clark, she showed up and showed out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, dog, she had like 40 points the last two games, and then 30 in the finals. That's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah, very Stephen Curry like.
yeah, like it don't even make sense. Like, she got the ultimate green light. I ain't never thought I'd see anybody with a greener light than Steph Curry, but like, yo, they really don't care where she launched that joint from, and like it be going in. I think she shot like 50% last night still.
Yeah, when you watch, I was kind of like watching one of those AAUTs that only has one great player.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they just let him do whatever he wants to do.
I'm telling you. I
That's
mean,
how
like
Iowa is.
they had the what's that, Susano? She was cool in the post, and then they got little sharpshooters and stuff like that. But yeah, you're right though. Like it was one of those like running gun type teams or whatnot. And so yeah, it was fun to watch though, man. I enjoy watching her play. I've been on her though for like 2 years, so I feel like
Yeah, you
friggin'
have.
like like man, like it's about time y'all done seen this stuff, man, because she's been doing this the whole time she's been in Iowa, bro.
Yeah. You know what? You have been talking about her for a while
Yeah,
now. You know that she
yeah,
that her game is just like Stephen Curry, how she could just pull up from deep and she definitely has a quick pull up.
yeah. She picked South Carolina apart though, man. Like she picked them apart, dude. I don't even know how to. They said she accounted for like 57 of their 77 points, like by points or assists, which is crazy.
Yeah, more than 50%.
But yeah, it's a fun watch though, man. Like I'm a definitely stay tuned in. I'm curious to see like where her transition to the WNBA and if she brings those viewers with her to the WNBA. But I feel like there's a lot of resentment from the other females about like how much attention she's getting and whatnot. And so like I don't know, like that's just a like I'm not gonna stand on that yet. Like I'm not gonna die on that hill. But I feel like, like they respect her, but like I feel like they're like, yo, we're here too type stuff. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
dude. Like enjoy the ride. Friggin' she's number one right now. She's the reason people are watching. And so like I wouldn't know who Alexis Morris was, which was like that girl that was hitting the middies like in the fourth quarter if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark, because I wouldn't have tuned in, bro,
Yeah,
if
she
she
got
wasn't.
handles.
Yeah, and so like it's like, bro, like just because she's shining and she's getting the main spotlight, don't mean that now I don't. You know what I mean? Like it's like, bro, she bringing that spotlight to you because I didn't know who any of those girls were before she started hooping over there. And so yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
is what it is.
yeah, it was kind of like Paige Buchers, how she was the
Yeah,
main attraction for a while before she got those injuries. So it was
yeah,
like the
man.
same thing.
So yeah, I was paying attention to her. I was paying attention to Van Lith over in Louisville. And then Zia Cook or Zia Cook, I'm not sure how you say it, the one
Yeah.
from USC. She had a mean highlight where she made somebody fall and hit a nasty lay that I keep seeing on YouTube reels, YouTube shorts or whatever. And so
Yeah.
like I know more female hoopers than I do males in college, like that's a first for me. Like I haven't been paying attention. Like the game is about to come on, bro, and I really don't feel any type of like inclination to like really pay attention to it. Like I have it on because there's no NBA games on today, but
Yeah.
being like it's not like I'm like, ooh, UConn, San Diego State, like
Yeah. I kind of feel the same way. I was looking forward to yesterday's game between Iowa and LSU. I was pumped for that.
yeah, I think there might be like I low key think that I'd like to see the viewer numbers, but I feel like that game will be ranked higher than the dudes game. And
Oh
so
yeah.
that
Yeah, you know what? It pulled up nine basically like 10 million views.
yeah, and so
Uh,
we'll see. We'll see because like, San Diego State's a small school. I mean, UConn has their stuff or whatever, but again, I don't know anybody who's checking for either of those teams. And, like I'm tuned in simply because I'm a basketball fan, but like,
yeah.
you're not gonna get a casual fan like Iowa did.
Yeah.
Or should I say Caitlin Clark did.
Yeah, I mean, I love the city of San Diego, so I root for San Diego State.
Yeah, I don't care who wins. I just want to see a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what happened this last week? My nephew got in a fight.
What? No,
Yeah, my sister's kid.
really?
Yeah,
Did
the
he
yeah, the oldest one. Yeah.
Did he win?
Yeah, he a little bit, yeah. Yeah,
That doesn't sound convincing.
I mean, I think he got the better of him.
How old is he?
How old is he? I think he's 12, about to be 13.
So was that the sixth grade?
No, he's eighth grade.
Hmm. Do you remember your first fight?
Oh yeah. Man, I remember when I got my ass whooped though.
Yo, I lost my first fight too, right?
No. The first fight I won,
What?
but it was like I was like in the fifth grade or something. I fought like an older kid. His name is Marquise. I mean, it's like losing your first fight is like kind of losing your virginity. I mean, you just remember it vividly.
Bruh, mine
Dude,
was in the
like
fifth
how
grade.
and I was so mad because this is how it happened. It was about a basketball game. We were playing basketball and he was fouling.
Yep.
And so we got into each other faces. And I remember what my dad was telling me, like, if you're gonna get in a fight, make sure you just throw the first punch. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I threw the first punch, hit him. Then he just went like this. He went, nigga, you for real? I was like, oh, I was like, oh shit. So then he hit me with the whoop wop. I was like, God damn. All right. So then I hit him with like a two piece. That didn't work. So he just
Wait, who were you fighting, bro? Like, was this? What you mean you hit him with a two piece and it ain't work?
it didn't work. He didn't it didn't phase him. He was like about like 2 years older than me. So maybe that's probably why or whatever. But I hit him with a two piece, that didn't work. So I'm like, damn. So then he just started wailing on me. He started giving me combinations and stuff like that. So now I'm confused. So now I'm just doing monkey fist because my combos are not working. So I'm doing, monkey fist, and that ain't working. So
Wait, what's monkey fist, man? Please explain.
monkey fist is when you put your head down and you're just swinging for dear life.
Oh, okay,
Just hoping
okay.
that you can connect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't connect whatsoever. So a minute or two later, got black eye bruises or whatever. And the guy, he lived like 5 or 6 houses down. So in Texas, we have like a space in between houses, right?
Yeah.
So I had to do the walk of shame all the way down to my house, right? And I got my
Mm,
ass whooped in front of my best friend at the time. So
mm.
yeah, so that was like a stinger. So I'm walking home. I get into the door. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go straight upstairs. So I go upstairs, and all of a sudden my dad called me. So I'm like, fuck. I go to the kitchen. He sees my eye, and I'm all bruised up. He's like, man, what the fuck happened to your face?
Oh no, you
Yeah,
had
because
bruises.
I had bruises, but I didn't look in the
Oh
mirror, so I
man,
didn't think it was that bad. So then
yeah,
I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh shit, damn. So then
dang.
he so then he marched me right back up to his house to talk to his mother and stuff like that or whatever. So yeah, whatever. We squashed it. So I walked right back down to the house, and I was pissed because that was like the walk of shame 3 times.
God dang,
You know what?
man.
I got my ass whooped.
Then you got to go
Then you're
back.
gonna then you're gonna take me back to confront his mom. Like they ain't gonna do nothing. So
Yeah.
then I gotta walk back to my house after confronting his mom and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, there's some
Mhm.
bullshit.
Yeah. That's. Oh, that sucks, bro.
Yeah,
The
man.
walk of shame.
Hmm.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. It was in the fifth grade, and there was a kid named Ralphie, and I said it was like a foul call, and I didn't respect it or something like that. And all I remember saying is something about his mama. I said something about his mama, and Ralphie was on my ass, boy. Like Ralphie, Ralphie, me and Ralphie was tumbling. Luckily, he ain't getting no headshots in. Like like I didn't like just like get my ass beat, but like Ralphie won that fight. I give it to Ralphie or whatever. Like he was the aggressor. I was definitely scared in that moment. Like I was like, oh man, like this
Yeah,
is happening. Like I was so used to talking crap and not having to fight anybody that like it was just friggin',
yeah.
yeah, like it was like, like this is happening. And I got home, and my mom was like, what happened? I was like, I got in a fight. And then she like asked me who and all this other stuff, but then like nothing ever happened. I think my dad got home and was like, "Hey, that's what happens," and and so yeah, I watched my words a lot. I watched my words carefully that time. Like
Mhm.
like people always talk like, oh, they talk like they never been punched in the face or whatever, and then like
Oh,
after that, like I didn't talk like that no more to people. Like and yeah, Ralphie taught me a lesson. What that's for sure.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
at least your dad was cool about it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
My dad wanted to just embarrass me and just I'm like, come on, man. I got my ass whooped. Can you just let
yeah,
me just heal my ego? Like I got my ass whooped in front of everybody.
yeah, yeah. No,
Uh,
yeah. That shame, man. That's one thing. It's not even like the losing the fight. It's what happens after, where you're like, hey, don't make me beat your ass like Ralphie and shit like that. Like you got to hear that
yeah,
kind of crap or whatnot.
yeah,
And so yeah. Like being a military brat, it kind of helped out because I think I went to a different school after that. I went to wait, did I? No, I didn't. Ralphie moved, and then like I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Ralphie moved or whatever because it was military, but like
yeah,
it was about 2 years. It was about 2 years, and they're like, "Oh, don't make me beat you up like Ralphie," and shit. And then like, you got to fight somebody after that to like, you know what I mean, like just to let them know.
yeah,
But freaking, yeah, like I was not a tough guy. I'll never claim to be. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm not. Like, there's things I'd stand on, and you know what I mean. But like, I'm probably more confrontational now than I was when I was a teenager. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
yeah. I think you have to be now because you have a threshold. You're a husband, you're a
Yeah,
father, and stuff like that. So
yeah,
so
and
that
then
comes into play when you get into like a confrontation, something that's like in the back of your head, like, man, I'm somebody's father, you know. I mean, I got,
Yeah, bro.
I,
That
I'm
that
a, I'm
that
I'm a
threat of
husband,
violence,
like,
man. That
yeah,
that that fight or flight, and then sometimes there's no flight, so then you gotta stand on that. And
yeah,
so, and yeah, now, yeah, I'm a lot more willing to, but like I'm also 35 years old, so like I'm not gonna be rolling around on the ground with anybody, like, and then like I'll usually laugh at somebody who wants to confront me about some dumb stuff or whatnot. And so, meh, it is what it is.
yeah, definitely, especially at our age, man. If the fight doesn't go well, you can press charges and stuff like that. And
Right, bro. And you know what I'm
it
saying?
just
That's
costs
another
more
thing.
now.
That's another thing. I got stuff to lose too, so I'm not gonna fight no bum or you know what I mean. Like I'm not gonna. Nah, bro. If I do fight somebody, it's either gonna be like in defense of my wife or my child, or somebody that I love, or it's gonna be it's probably gonna be with somebody who has also equally as much to lose or whatnot. So like I'm not gonna no, we're not gonna be rolling around on the ground or whatnot. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was kind of proud that my nephew got into a fight because he was always very timid. Like
Yeah,
kids will pick on him, but he'll never do anything. He's like
yeah,
very passive. So I'm glad
yeah.
that he finally stood up for himself.
Somebody pushed him to his limit, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was over a girl actually.
That makes sense. I
Yeah, it
think
was
like
over a girl. He's dating a girl and her ex-boyfriend, still jealous or whatever. And they fought in the classroom actually. So he was about to approach my nephew. Then he met him halfway. And my nephew, he's like 3 inches taller than me now. So he's like a big kid. Yeah, and the kid that he's fighting was like, I guess a little bit shorter than me.
yeah.
Yeah, so once my nephew approached him, like the kid just swung. So I kind of respect it. Yeah, that's what I told
You
my
respect your nephew or the kid?
I respect the kid that he threw the first punch because
Yeah,
the big kid's approaching you.
yeah.
You're not gonna wait till he hits you. So you know what? I
It's
respect it.
go time. It's go
Yeah,
time.
it's
Like
go time.
I need to get mine in before you know. Yeah, you before you know.
Yeah, yeah. And I was proud that my nephew defended
Yeah,
himself. So all in all, I'm glad that that
you're
he defended himself and it was like a rite of passage, I guess, for
yeah,
a manhood.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to at that point.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I don't respect nobody ain't been I ain't gonna say I don't respect anybody that ain't been in a fight, but I just kind of like, I kind of get a little side eye like, like why you never fought like with your hands? like
You know
like that.
what? You know what? We were playing video games at your house. Then I don't know
Mhm.
how the conversation came about, but your brother said he didn't get in the fight. He was in high school at the time. So I paused the game. I'm like, what? You
Yeah,
never got in a fight before? You're in high school? You never I mean,
bro.
we need to find a kid where you can get this out now. I'm like, God.
Bro, I was scared for my brother at one point or whatnot. He knows how to handle himself. I think he's a lot like me in that he's like, let's not do this. Like, you
Yeah.
know, but yeah, no, he can handle himself. I see it in him. But I think he's a lot like me where it's like there's not much really worth fighting over. Like but
Absolutely.
yeah, and he's a lot smarter than I was too. So like I think he saw that like ways before, I
Mhm.
did or whatnot. Like, we used to be I ain't gonna say I was scared to fight, but I was like, you know, I'd rather not.
I think you're just scared of what you might do. You know what I mean? Like going too far. I think
I,
that
I I'd like to say that, dude, but the fights that I have been in, I've probably been in. I could count on like one hand the amount of fights I've been in, and I feel like I've the ones that I've won, I've knew when to stop. Like I've never been enraged while fighting, and that's something that, like, I feel like I've never seen that side of me where I'm like so mad that I just see, like, people talk about they see red and stuff like that. I've never seen red, you know what I mean, and like fought somebody. So it's always been like, oh, this person did this. Now, there needs to be consequences to this. And I'm that person that gives the consequences. And so like it's a weird I don't even know how to explain it, man. Like
I get it.
like but like in my adult life though, like I've been a little bit more willing to fight, but I think when people see that, like they don't want that smoke. And
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to pray like I'm a tough guy, but like when most of the time when people see you get like up and riled up or whatever, like it's like, oh, okay, this person is actually gonna fight. Like I don't want to do that. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's the majority. That's the
Yeah.
majority of people. And like I'm not, like I said, I haven't done that many times. There's been a few times where like I've raised my voice and like people will like chill out or whatever, especially with me. Like me and you are both the same. Like, we're pretty chill people and like calm individuals. So
Yeah.
like when people who've been around me see me get riled up, like it's like everything kind of stops,
All
and
right.
it's like it's like, wait a
Gone
minute.
too far. Yeah.
It's like, chill, wheels riled up. Like they like, all right, chilling, bro, chilling. And so yeah, it's been yeah. Luckily, I haven't had to throw hands that often.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I mean, going to the school we went to though, that was, we seen fights what, every week, every 2 3 days.
Oh yeah, definitely at Roosevelt. Sheesh.
Yeah, man. And so, like, I've seen what happened to people, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to meet you at the Target parking lot and square off. Like I'm fine on that. I'm fine on that. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, bro, I'm good. Don't fight me.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
this is funny. Oh, I wanted to. Did you see that Sierra and Russell Wilson outing?
No.
No, it was like talk what she was wearing. She was basically, I think it was like Oscars or something like that. It was like some type of event where she basically walked
Let,
out butt naked.
let me see this.
Yeah, you can just put Sierra naked outfit and
Oh, that's one that didn't come up. Oh,
yeah, you see it?
like see through. She just has like, hey, man. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it leaves very little to the imagination.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. In this day and age, I mean, that's kind of regular these days. Like,
Jeez.
how you feel about that? Like, is it too much for you?
um, yeah, it's too much for me. I wouldn't want my wife to be out there like that. That's just me. And by the looks of him, he kind of look uncomfortable with his wife out there like that. But I guess he just didn't have the backbone to say, hey, you know what? You just need to do a U-turn and pick another outfit.
Well, I feel like, if we're talking to me and your wife where they're like not in a entertainment profession, like, yeah, like I think that's acceptable. But when you marry like I don't want to say superstar, but you marry a entertainer or a singer, and like that's been their kind of like MO this whole time. I feel like that's something that comes with the territory. So it's like, all right, like if I'm Russell Wilson, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll be like, like it might make me feel a little uncomfortable, but like I'm not finna say nothing. I'm finna let that go. But now, like if my wife's a doctor or like somebody that when she go out like that to like a gala or something, I'm be like, hold on, man, like what's going on
Yeah,
here?
but come on, you know how dudes are.
Yeah,
Dudes gonna say something when she walk by. Man, I know Russ ain't. I know
bro,
Russ.
but Russ ain't moving in those circles where like dudes is gonna be disrespectful like that, and everybody
Oh,
already know it is.
I think so. I think be like,
Nah, bro. And then that's another thing that comes with the territory when you have a beautiful woman, dude. Like that's something that just comes with it. Like you gotta accept that, man. Cause if
nah,
you
you
if
ain't
you
gotta
deem
accept it.
yeah, I mean you can confront everybody who says something, but it's gonna be a long life for you,
Nah,
or a
you
short
gotta
marriage.
Nah, you gotta you gotta nip that in the bud before she walk out the door.
Nah, bro. Well, if not, if you Sierra, nah, like you got to let that go. Like that's like she was doing all that. She was dressing that way before you met her. Now, if she's like stop, you know what I mean? Like if she wasn't doing that, and all of a sudden she have like a whole personality change or something like that, I'm gonna be asking questions, and I'm gonna be like, yo, what's going on here? Like, nah, like we not on that. But
Yeah.
if this was she was on before I got there, bro, that come with the territory. You can't hide that. You date a model, bro, that's what it is. She gonna be in a swimsuit. Like she gonna be, you know what I mean? Like it's like going to the beach and being mad there's water there, bro. Like, like that's a bar, by the way. Ooh. Anyway, but yeah, it's like yeah, you already know what it is now, and
I don't
so
know. I think she's searching for another boat to jump on.
nah. Russ got that on lock, man. Russ got that on lock.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see
He
how
treated her well. She got dogged out by Future.
yeah.
She you know how I knew she was in the future, bro. She got matching dreads with my boy. People forget that. She had matching dreads.
Yeah. See, Russ ain't got it like that.
Hey man, Russ don't need to have it like that, bro. Russ, Russ got what he got. You know, hey, he had me. If they good, I'm great. But yeah,
I
he
don't
probably
know.
is uncomfortable by it, but he ain't got the right to say nothing. I mean, he can say something, but he can't be mad because like fam, it's Sierra. It's like if you married Beyonce, or like if you married like a freaking model that's on Sports Illustrated naked and be mad when she in the swimsuit or something. Like it's like, dude, this is what I've been doing. This is how I make my living. So she ain't been making no music, so she gotta step out and some outrageous stuff, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody checking for her music.
Nah, I mean, no, not really.
Yeah,
But she was
her
she.
time
I
passed.
will say though that she is the best female dancer slash performer.
Yeah, I agree, but for
Alive.
some reason, like she just doesn't resonate with people.
Well, I think she stopped making music, so it's like,
No, it's just a disconnect, I think.
nah. I mean, I don't know. I like Sierra, dude. I have a soft spot for her. I have a soft spot for her. I
She,
respect somebody who had like a freaking piece of crap ass dude, and then like was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with this good guy, and I'm good over here. And that's why they got the Sierra pair and stuff like that. Like, there's girls that just keep dating the same bad dude over and over again or whatever, and like, like they never learned their lesson. I think Sierra learned her lesson. Was like, I'm good on this,
I don't know.
and
We'll see.
that's a sign of intelligence, man.
I think here's my theory. I think if he has a bad year this year, they're going to divorce.
Nah, bro. One, on that note, and I'm not even gonna go too deep into it. That coaching for Russ's team was trash, dude. Like they were running all. I watched like 2 or 3 games with them, and I was like these are horrible play calls. And so freaking, I think they're gonna be better next year that they fired that coach.
Yeah,
But
they got a new coach. They got Sean Payton, who recently coached the New Orleans Saints. So
yeah, so I think they're gonna be all right. And but even if he's not though, like Sierra ain't going nowhere, dude. Like
oh,
his money is long.
it's all about status, bro.
I don't think she caught up on that no more, dog.
You watch. You watch
What's
she,
that?
she,
What's
she,
that?
she
What's
around
that?
those Hollywood females, man.
April 3rd, 2023. I think that she would have been gone if she was or whatever. But
We'll see
that's
after
one of
the
those.
season.
That's one of the ones I root for, and that's why I'm like, let's not.
Yeah, she's one of those artists that gives her all, and just people still don't. They're like,
Bro, you gonna put some respect on Sierra name, bro. Like you're not finna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and stand for that slander. Like Sierra is a legend
of what?
of Crunk and B, bro.
Crunk and B.
Bruh,
Well, the early 2000s.
bruh, bruh. Sierra got some bops, bro. Do we need to go down the list? Do we
Yeah,
really
yeah,
need to go
yeah,
down the list, bro?
yeah.
She got some bops,
She has some bangers for the club, definitely.
bruh. Like, and they still hit today. I
Yeah,
still listen. I still listen to O.
yeah. That was all right.
She had a promise. Freaking my goodies. Freaking, she was music makes me lose control.
What she got recently?
Nobody cared, dog. What's that? You can say that about any artist. What does Ti have recently, bro? Like, does that take away from his legend?
Mm. What he
Yeah,
got recently? I'm not really up on
nothing,
Ti like that though. He probably
bro.
do
But
got something recently, but it
he
just.
don't. He don't.
Are you sure?
It ain't popping. Let's say that it's not popping,
Yeah,
but that don't take away from his legend. I mean, he's still a legend.
I don't know. We can't
See what
compare
I'm saying
Ti.
here?
You can't
See what I'm
compare
saying?
Ti with Sierra though.
Why not?
Ti he has more
I'm not.
more hits.
I'm not trying to compare them. I'm saying though, just because you ain't come up with nothing recently, don't mean that what you did in the past ain't don't mean nothing, bro. Like you throwing dirt on my girl and
Yeah.
freaking like nah, bro. Like Sierra had them bangers, and Sierra can probably still go out and perform and freaking outdo a lot of these girls out here.
Mm,
The only person I feel like that can probably put on a better show than Sierra would probably be like Rihanna and Beyonce. But when it comes to like dancing and singing and dancing,
yeah, mostly dancing. I give
yeah, bro, nobody's gonna cut that stage up like her, dude.
I give you that.
But nah, anyway, let's get off. We've spent way too much time on Sierra.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Um, what else we got?
What's the name? What are your thoughts on the Creed 3, man?
I enjoyed it.
Rank it against the other Creeds.
Um, I'll go Creed, Creed 1 first,
Mm-hmm.
Creed 3, then Creed 2.
You are tripping.
Really?
Bro, I got Creed 2, Creed 1, and then Creed 3.
Hmm.
Bro, so let me state my case.
All right.
So with Creed 2, you have the antagonist in the Russian. But the difference between the Rocky 4 and Creed 2 is that they actually give the Russian story or whatever about like, like how his mom disowned him and his dad after a loss and stuff like that. And freaking like his dad pushing him and stuff. And so like I like movies where they have like a good antagonist backstory. Like just like Killmonger and Black Panther, where it's like like yeah, he's the bad guy, but I get where he's coming from or whatever. And that's how I felt about Creed 2 was like they had an antagonist where I'm kind of rooting for the antagonist in a little bit. And then like when his mom walk out at the end and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel
Yeah.
bad for dude. And so like it's like bro, like I feel like that's hard to do in a movie these days where you like actually have an antagonist where they have like a backstory that you can actually like connect with. And so
Mhm.
like I felt like that was the best Creed because of that, because of the storyline or whatnot. And so and that's why I got Creed 2. Then I don't know, like honestly, it's a toss up between Creed 1 and Creed 3. Like I like both of them. Like people give Michael B. Jordan like a whole like they're full about like not being able to act, but like I thoroughly enjoy his movies.
No, he's a really good actor. I mean, he really put in the work. I mean,
Yeah,
especially when you saw his Saturday Night Live skit.
yeah,
He was doing physical comedy. I mean,
yeah. That
that
was
was great
funny.
stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I like that joke where he was doing his monologue and he was like, my girl broke up with me and people usually get in shape. And he's like, I was already in shape though from Creed 3. I
Yeah,
thought that was funny. I was like, that is funny. Like, what are you gonna do at that point?
yeah. Yeah, I kinda like that, State Farm skit.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was hilarious, you
Yo, my
know?
man was everywhere with Chick. That joke was
Yeah.
funny, man. Yeah, SNL is funny because I've never watched SNL. I always see the skits after the fact and
Yeah,
whatnot,
me
and so
too.
like it's like cool to. I like when they actually have something good.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you watch his career from the beginning, he's Michael B. Jordan was basically like a dramatic actor. So the fact that
Mhm.
you see him doing physical comedy just shows his growth throughout the years.
Yeah,
So that's what I really pay attention to. But as far as like Creed 1, I enjoyed it because it kind of showed his I guess he was trying to find himself and trying to prove that he, wasn't a mistake, that he had to deal with being like a illegitimate and deal with father issues and stuff like that. So
yeah.
yeah,
But
so
again, speaking of wide range actors, here's a question: who do you think has like the widest range in acting? And it's like somebody who's gonna like really have you like on the edge of your seat, like to cry, and somebody who's gonna have you dying laughing. Like, who would you put in that tier? Like,
I would have Marlon Wayans.
what serious role has Marlon Wayans
No,
done?
but have you seen The Sixth Man?
Yeah,
That movie, I laughed and cried.
this is true. That was out of left field, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that movie, well, like I laughed and I cried all in one sitting watching it.
Hmm.
Because it's very, it had the drama, then it was also very funny. Then the fact that him dealing with the loss of his brother and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very touching. So
That's true. I forgot about Six Man. I need to go rewatch that.
yeah, that's a
Um,
classic.
it really is. But like I'm trying to remember what else. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I wasn't expecting that. I Mine was gonna be Mark Wahlberg. I mean, Will Smith is there, but like I feel like that's an obvious one or whatever. So
Yeah,
like I'd say like Mark Wahlberg. I think I've seen movies where he's like super serious, like Shooter, and then you have the comedies like the other guys, and a lot of his stuff now is comedy more. Um, the one he did was it Uncharted? That was a good movie.
yeah.
Yeah, and Netflix would be releasing some bangers, man.
Or yeah, it's like back to back.
Yeah. Have you watched The Night Agent yet?
No, not yet. I'm so far behind. I just got caught up with Power Ghost.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
bruh.
I watch it, but I don't enjoy it as much as Power. I
I
think
don't think anything ever beat Power. Power had some seasons though where I was like kind of like I'm glad they ended Power when they did
yeah, it
because there was
started
some
bad.
seasons where I'm like, this is unrealistic. Like,
Yeah, the reason why people fell in love with Power is because of of James St. Patrick, how he did not want to be a drug dealer.
yeah,
He hated the fact that he was a drug dealer. He tried to leave the business, tried to get out of it. He tried to make plans to get out. So then he had a code. He never killed civilians.
yeah, yeah.
He only killed people that was dirty. So
But then he also used to tell on police though to people though, like he snitched on 50's care on Kanan and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of
yep, that's real life, man. When you when they get you in, it's everybody for themselves. So there's no
whack.
rule.
Yeah, what's that? No honor among thieves or something like that. They said.
Basically,
Yeah, nah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Like I watched Power all the way through, so I can't say that it was trash or whatever. But like, I don't think it's nothing that I'd ever go back to.
yeah.
Maybe who knows? Maybe I feel away some later on, but like I do enjoy watching this ghost show. I feel like the writers are better on this show than they are on Power, like especially towards the latter seasons.
Yeah, I think they surround the leading actor with a well-rounded cast, so it's not just him pulling the show.
Yeah.
I
Who's your
think that's
favorite character on that show?
Method Man.
Method Man's character?
Yeah, Method Man's character. He's my favorite.
Oh man. What's the dude, the older brother?
Oh,
Um
oh, Kane.
Kane, bro. Kane be having me dead, bro. I like him because I feel like he's like probably the most rounded character there. Like he do dumb crap, but then like he'll show you he'll show you he'll show you instances where he's like actually pretty intelligent or like keyed in or like he's very street savvy.
Oh
And
yeah,
so like
especially what he did with his dad.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that joke was funny. He was like, I know you killed them. Yeah, that was so funny, bro. He's like, I know you killed him. He's like, what you talking about? And he's like, nah, because he was too happy after old boy. I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, I thought that was funny, but I thought that was a good, that was a good, that was good writing right there.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's like, yeah, I own you now. Yeah,
yeah,
the only thing I don't like about it is they should have cast somebody else as Monet, the Monet character. You know, the Mary J. Blige, she's not really doing it for me for that character.
what?
Yeah.
Uh, I think she's playing that role all right.
Okay, yeah, but I think someone like Lala Anthony, she would have played it a whole lot better.
No,
You don't think so?
no, because Mary J. Blige specializes in pain and 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 suffering, and she has that like that. Lala doesn't have that. I like Lala too as an actress, but no, Mary J is that role. I can't picture nobody else in there. Like I could picture somebody else as the father or whatever, but
Oh, maybe Monique.
nah,
No. Mm.
because Monique. I'm not saying Monique is like dumb or whatever, but like she doesn't give off like that intelligence or like you know what I mean. Like I feel like that's a character for it would be Mary J or like another serious actor in that role.
Right.
Because I can't like I know Monique can do serious, but I couldn't see her like her voice is too distinctive to where it's like you know she might say something that's not even meant to be funny, but it'll be funny because of her or whatever.
I get it.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, man.
All right.
What else you what else you
Oh,
been watching?
oh, what do you think about Deion Sanders?
Going to Colorado?
Yeah.
You know, like I heard there was a whole lot of shady stuff going on at Jackson State with the money.
Right.
And I don't blame Dion, man. Like he did a lot more for black colleges than a lot of people did. You know what I mean? Like people talking about he sold out, and I'm like, nah, bro. Like was he supposed to stay there his whole career? Like, nah, man. I think he did what he was supposed to do, and and then he went on about his business.
Yeah, I don't blame him for leaving. It's just the whole presentation about it. About what
Yeah,
it's about what he was selling.
I mean, yes, but I don't think that that takes away from it, to be honest, because it's not like he never said that he was going to be there forever. And then they were stealing money from him or whatever, man, like allegedly. And so, like they were talking about, like he was owed a certain amount of ticket sales, and he was like, "These seats are filled," and they're talking about the seats weren't filled or whatever. And so, like I don't know, like I feel like there was a lot more, and I think out of class, Deion Sanders didn't like highlight it. You know what I mean? To take away from their like the what he already brought there, which was some lights and some eyes. Because if he would have went and burned the whole place down because they wasn't paying him like they were supposed to, like I could have, and I don't even think it was about the money; it was about the principle. And so like I admire the way that he left with grace, and then she stood on it. You know what I mean?
Um,
Um,
I think from the beginning he used Jackson State because he wanted to go to a Power Five from the beginning.
yeah,
You know, because initially he tried to get on at Florida State,
yeah,
but he didn't have experience, so that's when the only option was Jackson State.
yeah. I'm
No,
not mad at it. They used each other, so
yeah.
like,
My only thing was that what he was selling, come, I speak your language, come to black and stuff like that. Like
yeah.
that's the only thing. I think he should have been more upfront of that. He's here for a while, or
But
even if
what coach is though, bro? Like, no coach is gonna be like, "Hey, y'all, I'm only here for this many years, and then as soon as I get an opportunity, I'm out." But they do it all the time, though.
oh yeah, he's no
And so,
different.
like, there's no loyalty in this game, and so he could have went to some like little small other school or whatever. I don't think Jackson State was the only opportunity he had, and
Yeah.
so like now I'm tracking Jackson State, which like is something that I never done before. Like, so like he did what he set out to accomplish. So it's like,
Yeah, I think he could have stayed around. I think he could have finished out his contract because he only had 1 year left.
yeah, nah,
Power Five jobs were not going to go anywhere.
this is true, but like I said, he did way more than I've done for black colleges, and I don't think that he gets that credit like he should, because yeah, like I feel like he could have went anywhere else, and no matter where he went, he was gonna bring eyes because it's freaking prime time. And he did that. Jackson State should be grateful. Should be grateful because like, isn't it? Wasn't it, who was it? Eddie George. He's at like Tennessee State, and they ain't got no eyes over there. You know what
No.
I'm saying? So like, so it's like, yo, like he came, he brought eyes to it. Now, like Jackson State is somebody who I'll look, and see. And if there's a game, like if I'm near that area, I'm gonna be trying to catch a Jackson State game or an
Yeah.
HBCU game. When originally, like low key, I wasn't even tracking it.
Yeah, we'll see what he does with Colorado.
I think he's gonna be successful at Colorado.
You think so?
I think so, man. His name alone is going to recruit. Like he's going to get the best DBs. He already has number one with him, and then I think he just got the number one person on this class. So like, yeah, like his recruiting is going to be A1 because that's Dion, bro. That's Dion. If you a DB and Dion come knocking on your door, like, what you gonna say, bro? like,
I don't know.
you know what I'm saying? Unless
Yeah,
Ed Reed come in
nowadays,
there.
nowadays with this NIL deals, it's all about what you can offer.
This is true. That's part of it. But if they trying to get to the next level and they know that Dion can do that, they're gonna go over there. Speaking of NIL, bro, I saw something where like Congress is trying to like get some control over it. And I'm like, here they go.
Yeah.
Here they go.
You know what it is?
But
It's these schools like Duke, North Carolina, these blue bloods that's been paying these kids for years.
yeah.
Now all of a sudden it's a level playing field. So now they got to compete with other
Mm-hmm.
schools, especially schools like Texas that got that oil money. So you know
Nah,
what I
that's
mean?
real.
So
That might have something to do with it for real.
yeah.
Because yeah, like that's actually a good point.
And same
Um,
as in football with Alabama, they have to
yeah.
compete now.
Now they can't do what they used to do or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we gonna see, man. We gonna see.
Yeah,
I'm they those people, you see like how much like Bronny's worth and stuff like that.
yeah, that's something I want to talk to you about. Do you think paying these kids in high school, you think that's messing them up for in the future? I think it is.
I mean, you can say that about NBA players. Like, like before the fact, like LeBron was what, this about the same age when he got his first contract.
I'm talking about like kids making money while they're like 14, 16.
Well, that I don't think that they can do that still. Is I think
Yeah,
high school
yeah, they're making money in high school. They getting
for
deals and
sponsorships.
yeah, like that kid Mikey.
It might mess them up, but like here's the thing though. Like we're talking about a very, very select few amount of kids. So it's not like like they're paying every kid and all these kids that just have. We're talking about maybe 20 people tops. That's really making money. That's gonna change. That can possibly change you or whatever. Like because like how many high schoolers can you name? I can name like three. Friggin' Bronny, Mikey Williams, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so
what's the third one?
I exactly, exactly. I was being generous. So it's like, bro, like those two. First of all, Bronny already, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's not his money, but like Bronny could already get what he wanted anyway.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it's unfair. Mikey, yeah, that's a different story. But like it's like, bro, like there's only like 20 people that's probably gonna make money in high school, like actually playing or whatever. It's not going to be a crap ton where they're like, it's out of control and everybody, you don't know where money's going or coming from. In college, same thing in college, bro. There's like probably what, maybe like I'd say 100 people out of the 4,000 athletes or something like that might make money off their name and likeness.
Yeah.
Like I think that people are saying that is a big deal to just to be in control of some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think it affect kids' process or progress in the game. Like if you get money that early in age, what's going to keep you going? If
And the
you're
love
getting
of the
it, if you're
game.
get yeah, but if you're getting it that soon, that fast,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's kind of like a boxer.
yeah.
Once they accrued all that money, it's like what gets you going?
The competitive, being competitive, man. And then it's just like the NBA, man. You get those kids that get that check, and then they stop working, and then
Yeah,
they out of the league in 4 or 5 years.
yeah, I put
And
it this way. I compare it to like kids from Latin America with soccer.
yeah,
They're 14, 15, they're getting all this money, but what drives them is because their families and they're in third world countries and
yeah,
you know what I mean? They're living in poverty, so that what keeps them going. But here in the States, you know, it's
yeah. I mean, if you come from
different.
middle class, and it's like, yeah, why are you hungry like that? But I feel like a lot of the bravado that comes with being the star, like people are addicted to attention. And so, like, that's probably what keeps them going or whatever their motivation is the attention. So, like, if I'm Mikey and I'm getting all this attention or whatever, like, I know that if I fall off, like, I'm not gonna be getting as much attention as before. And so, I feel like that's the new currency is like the new motivation is the money or whatever. Because yeah, I mean, like if you're getting money from a young age, what's to stop you from just quitting after you get your first 2 or 3 mil and doing something
I
else?
mean, it happens with a lot of players. Like you take Imani Bates for example. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he got he got to college early to take advantage of the NIL deals and stuff like that, but he wasn't necessarily ready,
Yeah.
because he was one of the youngest in college, but in college now, the game now is like you're playing against older kids,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
whole transfer portal and stuff like that. So they're staying longer. So now they're like juniors, seniors, fifth year seniors, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So a lot
Yeah.
of kids are struggling, especially this kid named Sky Clark,
Mm-hmm.
who they label like a phenom in high school, but he went to Illinois and he was struggling.
But I mean, that's part of just choosing the right school too.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Sometimes, they label these kids so early, but then when they get to college and they get a dose of reality, like you're not there yet.
Was it's the same thing as dude. He didn't even get a college offer. He was short though. He was too short. Um, you know who I'm talking about?
Mm.
It was a short kid, and he was like a phenom from like freaking like the 6th or 7th grade, and he had handles for days.
Oh, that Newman kid, right?
Newman, Julian Newman. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Again,
because we all knew, we saw his dad. His dad was like 5'4". His mom was like 5'3". So we knew
bad
he
business
wasn't going to.
decision, dude. That was a bad business decision, bro. They should have put that boy in football or soccer or something, man.
Maybe soccer, but come on, man. We knew he wasn't going to grow.
I
At the
know.
most, he was going to be like 5'5" or something like that.
Yeah,
But
exactly, bro. So,
he's able to make money off his name now. But we all knew he wasn't going to make it to the NBA.
I wonder if his dad knew that too,
Oh
because it
yeah,
seemed like they didn't.
I'm
But
pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure his dad thought he was going D1.
I mean, he probably could if it wasn't for all of that.
I
I
heard
mean,
that
I think
UTSA
he.
was the only one that gave him an offer.
I think UTSA gave him an offer.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I heard they were the only ones though.
Yeah, but the thing is that um you see his game. He's very small. I mean, he can shoot, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think he's
And
gonna fill in like a professor type lane or whatever.
yeah, and his family made a lot of money. They got like a series and stuff like that. So if that was the goal, then it's a success.
It's true.
You know.
True, my friend. Yep.
Yeah. Close it up. What do you think about the NBA so far?
Bro, it's an open race, man. My New York Knicks, though, baby. We finna go all the way. No, we're not going all the way. If we get out the first round, I'll be happy. Um, Andrew Wiggins is rumored to be coming back, and I think when he does come back, the Warriors are going to be a problem again. Like people are sleeping on them because of like how they're playing right now. But
Yeah.
I think when Andrew Wiggins comes back, who's like a super key work person last year, they're a whole different team. Um, and so
Yeah,
curious
definitely.
to see that. I'm curious to see.
I'm not gonna get into his personal life. Whatever is happening in his
Nah, that
personal,
shit ain't
that's
true, bruh. That shit ain't true.
yeah.
Uh,
I
I
think
think,
I think that's real sick that people would just throw that out there. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's a fact. And so,
Whatever he's going through in his personal life, that's his business.
yeah, and yeah, bro. But um, here's another thing. Freaking Embiid, I was rooting for him for MVP, but then I think he ducked. I think he ducked Joker.
You think so?
Yeah, bro. He played the game before and the game after. And if I'm him, I'm going after everybody who's on that list. I'm going out to prove like, hey, I'm better than this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like I don't care what type of load management we're on. Hey, we're gonna figure out a way where I'm playing at the same time Joker so everybody can see me play against dude. And so like I don't have no like I was rooting for him to actually get it, but then when I saw him duck that smoke with Joker, like it was like, oh man, like now I can't even like if he get it, I'll be happy, but like I
Yeah.
don't blame the voters if they like, nah, like you had a chance to go against the defending MVP and like prove that you're that person or whatever. And so like that part really like I sound like one of those old heads, but that bothered me. Like I was like, bro, like if you claim to be the best, and here's this dude that done took the MVP from you, twice in a row now,
Yeah.
and you have a game against him at the end of the season, like no, like hey, I'm gonna sit this next game. I'm not gonna sit, or I'm gonna sit this first game. I'm not gonna sit this one right here against Joker. Like I'm gonna be on the floor. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't respect that, man. Like nah.
I get
and,
it. I get it.
and so it's like I want to see those guys go head to head. That way we can really have something to stand on or whatever. And so yeah, like I don't know, like I thought that Joel Embiid had that dog in him or whatever, like more than anybody else on the Sixers. But like that kind of showed me a little something that I really wasn't ready to receive because I was rooting for him to get it.
Yeah. I
But
think I think he get it. What do you think about Dallas?
bruh, they ain't got no defense.
Yeah.
They can't stop nobody, dude. You got two of the best offensive players in like their own generations.
My
And
theory, my theory is, Mark Cuban, he's a brilliant guy. He's very smart. and he knows a lot about basketball. He's been in
Yeah,
so long, so he knew what he was giving up when he acquired Kyrie. But
yeah,
my theory is that he kind of knew that how it was going to play out, the chance of it playing out like this. But he figured that, hey, you know what? In the off season, I can re-sign Kyrie for like 60 million. We're in Texas.
hmm,
You go to California, they're gonna hit you with those taxes. So you
yeah.
would ask for 100 million, but by time you get your money from Uncle Sam, you looking at maybe 40 or something like that. So
But
so
they talking about Doncic being unhappy, and so I don't know, man.
I think they hating on Kyrie.
I don't know. I don't think it's Kyrie. I think it's just that team. I feel like you can't have two just straight offensive players. Like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody got to defend.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I think he just, in order to get a star, he
Hmm.
sacrificed, his depth. So in the off season, he can, start making some deals to see what the team really needs. So now he knows what the team needs.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make some moves, man. Because yeah, freaking your boy Doncic, they say he looked unhappy in the press conferences,
Yeah.
and so if they don't make like moves, which is weird, bro, you would think Dallas would be like an easy place to get people to want to play, but they can never get anybody in free agency. So I get why they went after Kyrie and did what they did, but like it's like, damn, bro, like what is
Yeah.
it about Dallas that people don't want to come? Like I like Dallas. That's a
Yeah,
nice
it's a
city.
nice city. Yeah, it's a very nice city.
But yeah, I think it's weird that they just can't ever get anybody. They have nice facilities, a cool owner. But yeah, for some reason, like they can't land that big fish, man.
Yeah, so they'll resign Kyrie. I don't think he'll leave,
Yeah,
considering how everything played out. But then again, you never know. But I think, he's gonna stay. He's gonna help recruit, get somebody. They'll get another kid in the draft to get more depth. Then they'll be back in it next year.
yeah. I hope so, man. For Kyrie's sake, I want to see him win.
Yeah.
But nah, oh well.
I don't know. I think maybe Phoenix, they might do something.
Yeah, with KD, I mean that's a tough out. Whoever has him.
Yeah, you know why KD's so dangerous now? Because he's just hooping.
Yeah,
Like he
it's
don't
like with
care.
Golden State.
No, it's not like that. It's like with Golden State, he was trying to get a ring. You know what I mean? So that way people can't
Yeah,
say. But now that he has a ring, he don't really care about what people say about his legacy. He's just out there just to hoop because that's the only time that he really feels normal.
I think it's like Golden State because like now the whole offensive load isn't on him, and maybe and now Chris Paul is like that facilitator. So now all he got to do is score and defend once in a while. Not in the sense that I think that they're better than that Warrior team was with them because that was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like in a sense where like when he was with Brooklyn, like he carried that whole load. Like you know what I'm saying. And so now you have Devin Booker and Chris Paul, who's like probably a top 5 point guard of all time, to distribute and do all the thinking for you. And literally, all you got to do is be a shooter, and then ISO mode when the end of the game comes. And so, again, yeah, I'm excited. There's never been this much parity in the league ever. Like I don't know who's gonna take this thing home, dude.
I said it'll be the Clippers and the Cavs, but I'm gonna change it. It's gonna be the Suns and the Cavs.
You got the Cavs going to the finals.
Yeah, I do.
That's a horrible pick, dude.
I'll never go for Boston again.
Hey, you don't have to go for Boston, but like, there's also Milwaukee.
I don't like Giannis.
No,
No,
why not? That's a
he
likable guy.
travels. He travels all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Duh. Are you serious?
it's annoying,
The
man.
Cavs, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, man. They not gonna do anything.
Donovan Mitchell, he's in the East. You know,
The Knicks are gonna get him out of there in the first round. I think Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee, and then I really have no idea in the West. Like it'd probably be Milwaukee and the Suns again.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could
either
happen.
them or if Andrew Wiggins come back like fucking full strength, ready to go, the Warriors.
Okay.
But yeah, stick a fork in the Clippers, stick a fork in everybody else. Honestly, you really can't stick a fork in everybody else because it's legit. Like you don't know who's coming out of there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, man.
All right, man. I guess we can go ahead and close this out. You know, it's getting
For
late.
sure. Yeah, man. It's East Coast time over here.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's almost my bedtime.
That's a fact. My watch went off. My watch went off. I have my watch like it's like the sleep app I have on my phone,
Yeah.
and at 9:44, like it goes off every day for me to like get ready to go to bed like 10:30 or whatever. And it'd be funny because like when I be out and it goes off at like 9:44, I'd be low key depressed like, damn, bro, I'm still outside. I'm